So here's an explanation of how I worked on the some metric server. So here is we walk through of the code. So it's meant to be lightweight. So for that reason, I tried not doing some things just to make sure that it is as lightweight as possible. One of those things I didn't do was that I didn't use Babel, which would have allowed me to use imports and probably some other JavaScript features that is not readily available in Node. And I never see any reason I have to use it. So I also had the choice of using Express or the inbuilt Node server, but I ended up using Express. And let's start from the package.json. Here it's we are starting scripts. Here's the entry point, which is the index.js, and we are starting scripts, which is npm run start, npm start. Calls the index file immediately, and then there's a live start, which is it watches for changes except for where the database is being stored. So I want a situation where the server restarts itself each time the storage is being updated. I'm trying to use the word storage because in the conditions stated out in the challenge, it is required that I make sure that I don't use a database. I use something that is, I think, lightweight. So now going to the index.js, we have, it's pretty like here, this is where we have the Express imports, the things we need for Express. And then here's the config file, very small config file. It's right here. So this config file only has a port inside. Ordinarily, this should be an env file, but like I said here, this is more like a lightweight alternative for an env file, which might need for extra processing. If I should use an env file here, there's a possibility that I would definitely need to install .env again, which increases the number of codes I have, which makes the server less lightweight. So I decided to just use a config.js in the root directory to do that. Then here the controllers are here inside this folder, inside this file. Then there's middleware for handling errors right here inside the middleware folder. Then there's just services. Actually, we don't have much services because it's a lightweight server service. So the only thing I have here is just a small service, which is actually not necessary though, but I still did it. Just a small function that gets initiated anytime the server starts. So, and the only thing it just does is, makes a console log of metric server is listening on port. So this smart log is also just an abstraction for console log and nothing else. So it's right here. The reason why I did this is because since it's lightweight, in case in future there needs to be a change of the way the way login is being managed, they can all be done from inside here. That's the real essence of this. So let's go through the folder structure. So I've already talked about the config.js. So most of the abstractions, the implementations are all inside SRC. So let's start with storage. Storage has 3 files. This is config.js. So this config.js is basically for storage itself. So this is meant to be 1 har, and 1 har is 66. Yeah, I think 1 har should be 3,600 seconds. So here, the reason why I made this here is because in case the server wants to record logs, wants to return some sort of logs that are more than 1 har, it can all be edited from here. And then this is the data storage location, and then this is the index. So let me just show the storage first. This is store.json. This is where the whole thing gets stored, all the data. And then index here contains functions. Now the reason why I named this index is because you could just literally call this folder and it will make available to you all the functions you need to manipulate the storage or database, if you want to call it like that. So this one is saved by key when you want to save a metric by key, and this one is find by key when you want to get it by key, and then this one is on stored. So because we can't leave the data inside the server, like data that is older than 1 hour, we need to find a way to remove stale data. So this is why we have on stale and store and remove stale data. This is what the two of them are for. And then we have constants, which is just, status codes. And then the controllers, this log metric actually, okay, we can always do this from here, from index.js. So right from index here, we have 2 routes. This is one for logging a metric. So we have this log metric. This log metric is from the controller. It handles that, and then we get the metric sum right there. And then we have undo missing routes, which is from the controller too. And then we have undo errors. So this one is a middleware for handling errors. I just feel it's better to use a middleware instead of, it's just easier and better. And yeah, so that is all about we have util section. This is just where the functions that I need are stored, and then basically that's all. So I'll just run a brief explanation of how it works. So I'll bring up Postman, and then I will run the server right here. So run server live start. So the server runs, and so from Postman right here we can post based on key by coming to the body here and putting a value of 100. So this is meaningless actually. This is what is important right here. So click send, and then because this is what was stated inside the challenge, that's why I'm returning this. So anytime this is saying, it shows that it was successful. If not, there will be an error message. So let's say, for instance, I try to connect to a route that is not existing. Let me just say remove the C right here, and then I click send to tell me route does not exist. So and then if I want to retrieve what I just the metric, since it's still within the hour, I should get something like this. Then I click send. It should give me 100, which is right here. So that's just a brief explanation of how it all works. Thank you.